Hey everybody, in careers, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to show you real briefly what you need to be doing on Missouri Connections working through the checklists. And so make sure you first log into your Missouri Connections. If you don't know how to make an account, you need to go back and watch the video from Missouri Connections checklist assignment in Canvas. So what we're going to do is just walk through the first few checklist items so that you know what to do and how to submit those. So as you go through Missouri Connections, you want to again hover over Plan. That's usually where we're going to be going, and you come down here to Checklists, and under Checklists you're going to see the Reed Spring Middle School Careers Checklist. Now I already have several activities done, but I'm going to show you just in case you don't have your bubbles filled in yet. So these are in order, again trying to complete them in order. The first over here is going to be the RIASEC Interest Profiler. We're going to learn a little bit more about RIASEC later on. But this is what your interests are. So what you will see is this Interest Profiler, and this interest profiler is just going to, whether you like to do activities, you're unsure, or you dislike it. So you're going to go ahead and click Rate the Activities. And this will take about 15-20 minutes. Take your time. And also, just as a suggestion, don't just read these as specific as they are. Like if this first one says build kitchen cabinets, you don't have to say, well, I don't like building kitchen cabinets. If you like to build things in general, you would click like. This guard money in an armored car. If you want to work with money, you would hit like. But if you're not sure or you dislike it, then you can click those. So again, this is a simple one. When you're done, you're going to make sure every time you do something in Missouri Connections, you click this star save button. If you don't click that, it won't fill in your bubbles. So make sure you click the save button after you're done and getting your results. Okay, so that's the first one there. Coming back to checklists, the second one is just completing reflections about what you learned so far. What activities and hobbies do you like? What are the things you really like to do? What's one thing you want to learn to do in middle school? So make sure again you're filling out at least 2 full sentences per box, 10 or more words in each box, and then you hit the save information button when you're done. When you fill all those in, you'll get your green bubble filled in. Thinking about myself was already an assignment that I assigned to you, but that thinking about myself is in Canvas, and you need to submit that. Now you can go here and click on the Thinking About Myself worksheet, but when I click on it, you just want to make sure you download this worksheet from online. Okay, and remember you click the download button. Fill that out, submit it into Canvas. The fourth one is a test that you're going to learn about your strengths. And so it says click the link below to take the strengths test. You will discover your top 5 strengths from the test and write them down on a Google Doc. So you first come here, click this, scroll down to take the Strengths Aptitude Survey. You'll discover your top 5 strengths. Then write them in a Google Doc titled My 5 Strengths. I also really want you to memorize your strengths, because knowing your strengths is going to be helpful in just discovering what careers fit best with you, and honestly for job interviews as well. So I click the strengths test, and it will take you to this free strengths and weaknesses test. What to expect, you'll get your top 5 strengths. Again, this is going to take about 20 to 30 minutes for you to do. There's 84 questions on here, but just going and clicking on each of these, read the question. First one, don't like surprises. I disagree. I do like surprises. You ask, what if? Yeah, I agree with that. So going ahead and just filling these in, and when you get done, I have one here that's already filled out. You will click your get your strengths and weaknesses, and it will take you to your top 5 strengths. Okay, so what you'll need to do then is write down your top 5 strengths. Communication, determination, faith, optimism, purpose, those are my 5. You'll have a different 5. And so what you're going to do is actually go over and make a new Google Doc. So you can either go to your apps and click on Docs, or you can just go to Google Docs. I'm going to make a new Google Doc, and that Google Doc is going to be titled My Strengths. And then what I'm going to do is actually go back to my strengths, and I'm going to copy all 5 of them down. Okay, so you come down here and you can go ahead and copy those, and then I'm actually going to paste those in here. All right, Control V is the cool thing for paste. So now I have my strengths copied down on here. I'll know what they are. And coming back, it says, you know, write them down on a Google Doc, but I also want you to write them here. So these are 3. I need to add a couple more in order for that bubble to fill in. So that's number 4. Number 5 is doing a skills assessment. And read this direction carefully. The skills is where you want to click the red button where you select skills. Then you'll need to save it and copy your 5 skills down. So this, you'll see a page that looks like this. And again, remember, you want to click the red colored button. You don't want to click green or orange because that won't get you to where you need to go. So we go to Select Skills, and from here, these are just dragging and dropping your top 5 skills and then your next 10 skills. I don't need you to do the 20, but just the top 5 and 10. So you can just go ahead if you're good at sports, maybe your strength. Maybe you're very creative. You're good at listening to others. I don't know. You can go ahead and just add several strengths here, top 5, and then you go ahead and add your 10, and then you're going to click Get My Results. And remember, after you get these, you'll see your top 5 skills, your next 5 skills. You always want to click the star save button in Missouri Connections to make sure you save that. Okay. The last couple here for the first 7 items on the checklist, which is what you need to work on first, is this 6th one is just filling in, again, your reflections boxes and understanding that these are going to help you in your future determining. And then the learning style survey. How do you learn best? There are different ways in which people learn, so you're going to rate the items. This won't take very long, but there are 24 questions. And so you can either answer often, sometimes, or not often for the learning style survey. When you're done with that, make sure you hit the star save button. So by the time you're done with the first 7 items of the checklist, you will see all these 7 green bubbles filled in. Remember to read the directions over here so that you know you're doing exactly what we've asked to do. Again, you can always email me with questions that you have on this. But I hope this helps you with the Missouri Connections checklists. And again, the way you get to that is hover over Plan in Missouri Connections and go to Checklists.